Alright, so this quick little video here is just for resources. How things work. Most of you guys are pretty aware of the farms for food, the I guess they're called mines. Yeah, mines for the steel, right? The watchtower, of course, you get bonuses from. And this is important because I know that a lot of you guys have said that you have not beaten all the first player stuff. But of course, you know what the first player stuff is going to do is it's going to give you this outpost bonus here, which is going to hugely benefit you. Seeing how I'm at level 20, so I've maxed out my benefits, but there you go. That's what it looks like at level 20. So I'm able to produce 14,321 in an hour. So 14,321 in an hour, it translates into, against level 20. I don't look at that. Come here. How is it? Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. That's funny. So production per hour is 5,300 on a level 20 farm. So that means that this guy here is equivalent basically to 3 farms for all intents and purposes. So this guy is very important. So it's like adding 3 to your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's like having 11 total. When you get finally up here to level 20, you get the extra one. This one down here. 7 Days Departed. They all have fully leveled level 20 farms. At least all the ones I've seen from the videos and whatnot. I'm kind of surmising it for you because they do very long videos, very dry videos, and they all have a bunch of very annoying voices. Hopefully mine's not as annoying. Their food storage, they're all maxed out at level 20 also, but of course their mining is kind of like mine, where it's like at 18, 17, that kind of deal. It turns out that food is going to be your most important resource out of everything. You're always going to be short of it as long as you're leveling the right guys. Mainly 5 stars. 5 stars are going to require the most food per guy that you feed to them. Good news is it's I'll get into this in the hero leveling thing, but it's a fixed fee for each level star, right? So it's the same all throughout, and so there's different strategies that are involved with hero leveling, but we'll get into that in a different video. So let's just go through this. So the farms, of course, you know, they're recharging, production per hour, then they have a capacity. We should all know this by now. The storage needs to be upgraded. All these things stay in sync between this and your stronghold. So I think you got to stay. You can only upgrade stuff within 2, I think. No, it's all the way up to the level of the stronghold. The stronghold's the limit. But as you go along, you'll find out that, okay, well, unfortunately, you need to upgrade your mines along with your farms, because the mines will pay for the farms to upgrade. They also pay for other things. One thing to note, and I'm going to mention this with the resources, or your training camps. I've seen numerous guys in 7 Days Departed never go above 11 for their training. They don't waste any money on these things. See how I have these 3 at level 20? Well, I got a 4th one down here. I'm actually upgrading him. Try to get him to level 11. This level 11's a unique one. This level 11 allows you to extremely cheap but slow training of common guys. And it gives you this extremely cheap but slow training of common and uncommon. Uncommon, of course, meaning 2 stars. So you get 1 star and 2 stars, and for 1,000 apiece and 2 guys. That's a great deal. The only thing that's better than this deal is the deal you get when you're at level 19, where you get common heroes extremely quickly, 1 minute, right? 1 minute. So you get 2 and 55, but you get them in 1 minute. And this is also why, another thing for the resources, is this guy. Your rugged clothes. You are going to get so many of these things. And it isn't until you get your first 4 or 5 star and you have a level 19 training camp that it's going to matter. But once you do, then you're going to have ability to get access to this. When I got my first ability to use these, I had something like 2,000 of these. That's insane. That means basically I get 2,000. If I have 4,000 recruits waiting, I get 2,000 guys to feed someone. I was feeding 5 stars in 2 days, right? Fully leveling them. And then all of a sudden I found out, oh well, I had a surplus of these because I wasn't at level 19. But now that I was at level 19, oh crap. Anyhow, so there you go. You use that a lot. There's also this train. Is that part of this? I guess it is. We'll deal with that. But there's the epic. There's 2 important ones that you need to worry about. The first one that you're going to need to worry about is here. So that's 11 is here. Then you have, here I'll keep the one at the top, 12, and then there's 13. 13 is important because this is going to give you your epic heroes. This is going to give you a chance to get your 4 stars. This is actually how I got my first Wukong. I made him. I did not pull him. I wasn't intending on pulling him. I was very jealous of Mandy for having it before me, but I made him myself, right from here. Since then, I have pulled one, and I've made, I think, 1. So I made 2, and I pulled 1. So that's the resource. So you'll want to get here. This is a good one to get to, especially if you're playing not using money or using very limited money, like you're only doing the special deals. And maybe we'll make a special video just for that. Like when the special deals come out, like why are they special? But basically when they start offering, like, let's say 99 cents for 200 gems and you can get 5 of those, so you spend like $5 and you get 1,000 gems, that's like the best deal in the game. So that's also classified underneath resources, so I wanted to convey that. And there's also this training here with the legendary. This one's the cool one. This is where I've been producing a lot of stuff. I mean, you can see it takes a lot of resources to do this, but having 100 recruits is no big deal when you're also packing 37 world energy. Yeah, I can get that with 1 pass, which will be included in the farming discussion that I'll get into here in a minute. Let's go do that. So with the quests, generally, Find Recruits 2 is a great resource for recruits. You can get over 100, I believe it is, with this, if you complete all 3. Now the third one's going to be a little hard. By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's like a little sword that shows up above these guys. What that is that's recommended strength of your team that you're attacking with for you to be able to defeat that level. It will matter if you're sitting in the 2000s in your power range and you're attacking with a team like that. You will need to bring resources in order to capture the loot on these, because if you're that far off from, like, let's say 3100 and they call it difficult or extremely difficult, you'll have a tough time winning that. You just won't have enough life. They're going to take it from you. So, keep that in mind. Find Recruits 2 is also nice because I think it's like every other time you're going to get a epic troop token if you finish the last one. But it isn't every time. But for the way it works is for every single person that's playing the game at the time, they're going to get this Find Recruits 2. And one person will say, hey, I got the epic token. And when they say that, that means that you really want it. Then you really want to do that one. But I always want to do it because I'm always looking at doing I want 100 guys. 100 recruits is awesome. Anyhow, there's also the crafting items. Here you'll get different things. I noticed that they changed out the last level to getting 2 super mana or 2 big pots instead of 2 super manas. I think they fluctuate between them now. It's a small change in the game, but yeah, I mean, come in here and grab stuff really cheap, especially like the vials of mana. That's good, but not in the crafting one. That'll be in the battle item one. Yeah, that's the crafting item. So you'll get like dust in there, maybe like a dragon skull or something like that. You know. Let's see. What else in here? So we got the farms, we got the storage, we got the farming. So basically, yeah, the farms, the mines, and the storage all have to be upgraded as you go. And in the interim, you got to do the stronghold. The stronghold takes forever. So the stronghold takes iron. The mines take food, and farms take that. And then, of course, we talked about 7 Days Departed, how they do it. I don't even think they upgrade all their mines this much. Mine are more upgraded than the majority of their best players. Now, there is something to be said about that because they do buy their hero pulls. So that's how they got a lot of their heroes. So they don't have a need to have level 20 training at all. But I'm not buying all my stuff. That's just nuts. I'd rather buy strategically than anything else. Got the tower. Oh, you got these guys for resources, your houses. So it fluctuates between, I think it goes like 2, 2, and then 4. So you upgrade it once, you get +2 that you get up here. Your recruits, right? And you do it again, you get another +2, and you do it again, and you get a +4. So every 3, I think you go up by 8 with each house. So that's important because you're going to fill that on up something fierce. Especially early on, you're just going to load that sucker up. Now that gets into farming. Farming, everyone's got their own favorite spot. I've got a new favorite spot. Like for experience farming, and once you can do it, you come in here and you do 19.9, it'll max out your experience. It's very easy. Your guys, as long as they can defeat these guys easily, you can autoplay it. I used to do that all the time. That's how I went up in level so fast. But then, whatchamacallit? Then I realized that, hey, I only need to be here in 7 because everything that I like to use, I'll just go and show you real quick for resources. I like using this guy. He's available starting in Providence 7, so he's available there. I can win him. I like using these guys a lot. Providence 5, so I'm good there. Providence 5, fine. Providence 6, in any battle, okay. I like using those a lot. This is a Deshani favorite. He loves using these things, even though it's a waste when you use 2 because it's 100% mana. It works out. You know, you got these guys here. Found an Innie, starting in 5. Right? I mean, like all these guys. 5, whatever. So, and then this one, I end up using this one a lot. So this one's in 2 and 9. And 3 and 10, whatever. I'm always making these guys. I love going in with like 8 of those. This isn't really a deal. Just so you know, when you see these kinds of things, especially when they do it with an epic troop token, yeah, sure. They normally charge you, 200 gems for an epic troop draw. In fact, let's go look. Epic troop, they want 200, yeah. So what they're saying is, hey, we're going to give you 2 for the price of 1. It's not really 2 for the price of 1. because that token is, I mean, it adds more value, but it's not. This isn't a great deal. If they really wanted a great deal, they'd give me that for maybe $1.50, maybe $1. But if you needed 200 to finish out your 300, and you're in the last day of the month, and you still haven't gotten the Hero of the Month, well, maybe you do that. But the best deal still is 99 cents for 200. Alright, so is there anything else for resources? I think I've covered just about it. Oh, one other thing to note when you're making these guys, especially when you're doing these trainings, they when they come due, you get them instantly. So what that makes us believe is that when you actually start the training is when you lock in who you're going to get, because it's already decided. The minute I hit like this and say, boom, now it's decided. In 2 days, I'm going to find out what I just got, because it shows up right away. Normally when you see the portal show up and it goes, that means that it's deciding then and there. At least that's the going theory by everybody. So something to keep in mind, because we do think that there are certain times during the day when things are hotter than others. And I've had much better luck setting on up on Friday evening around 7 my time, setting on up this legendary training so it pops on Sunday around the same time, and I've gotten quite a few 5 stars off that I've trained myself. Vivica in June. Vivica in 2 Junes actually. I've gotten 3. So anyhow, that's it for resources. There's some other videos I might put on up tonight, but that's it for this one.